Hi everyone, welcome to microbiology. I'm Professor Gustin, your lab instructor. Remember that in this course you have two separate instructors. You have Professor Pindell for lecture, and you have me, Professor Gustin, for lab. Assume Professor Pindell's kind of coordinating the course, and he would be the lead instructor in the course. So any questions that you have about the course in general or related to lecture, talk to Professor Pindell. Anything that's specifically lab comes to me. So sometimes you'll send me an email and I'll say, oh, I think this is a question for Professor Pindell. So consider him the lead instructor in this course. So you're going to have me in lab for the next 5 weeks. And obviously you found the start here. So I'm just going to click on that. And this is where you found me. And the other thing you're going to find in this Start Here section is the McGraw-Hill Connect link. I'm assuming that you probably already found that same link in the lecture part of your course. Once you have registered for the McGraw-Hill Connect materials, in lecture, you don't have to do it again in lab. You can just go to this link or use any of the external learning tool links, I'll show you that I have in the lab part of the course, and you'll get to the same McGraw-Hill Connect materials that you would for lecture. I'd just like to point out right here is when you're done watching this lab, a lot of times I put little blocks right there and you can just put a little check there and say you did it. Okay, this is just for your own bookkeeping. I don't need to you don't have to do that for me. I don't see if you've checked it off or not, but it's just a way to keep yourself organized. So, okay, so once you've gotten through this Start Here, what I want you to do is go to this next section, where it says Lab Book, print this entire book. Oh, notice here that it checked off that you did it here too. So it just gives you a little bit of bookkeeping there. So I'm going to click on here, and you should too. And so it gets you to the lab book. And what I did is every lab, we have labs number 1 through, what do we go up to? We go up to lab 11. Lab 1 through lab 11 this semester. And in this lab book, you will find those lab handouts. If I ever refer to the lab handout, I mean the numbered lab handouts that you get from this lab book. You're going to use all of these this semester, so I recommend just right now printing it out. You can go to Staples, or you can do it with your own printer, or actually if you're on CCC campus, you can use your ID card and the printers on campus. So either way, you can get a copy of this book. You're going to be writing in the book. I think it would be hard to type everything into the book. It's not really set up that way. So I highly recommend that you get the book and you print it out and you write all your answers in there. So here's the copy, the electronic copy of the book, the lab book. And the labs are numbered, lab 1, lab 2, lab 3. You'll see that same reference on your syllabus, and you'll see the same reference on Brightspace here. So it says week 1, part 1, lab 1. Okay, lab 2, those are the labs from here. You will notice that the labs can have colored pictures in them, so you might want to print out your lab in black and white, but then refer back to the electronic version to see the pictures in color. The other thing is there's a lot of links to videos, so you might want to go back to this electronic version that will be here all semester long to click on those links. Okay, let me just show you while we're here. So there's the lab book. Typically what you want to do, so it says lab 1, so you'll see that both in Brightspace and on your syllabus. And what you want to do is, I recommend downloading it. And right there we go, and click on that, and then you can do that if you want to save it, or you can just go here and you can print it. Okay, it's designed to be printed on 2 sides, And you'll notice, like I said, there's some links here. So there's links that you might want to click, that you definitely will want to click to watch videos, or else you won't be able to answer a lot of the questions. The other thing you notice, there's mostly black and white, but periodically I do have colored things. You know, there's some colored pictures. And sometimes the colors really make a big difference. Like when I go to this picture, there's purple cells and there's red cells or pink cells. And that makes a big difference because purple cells are gram positive and red are gram negative. And that's going to be a big deal to a microbiologist. So refer back to this electronic version to look at pictures and to get your links to be able to access links. So I'm going to go right here. What I want you to do next is go to yeah, there you go. You can click off that you printed off your book. There you go. You printed it off. I recommend going to the syllabus, and I'll meet you there. There's another video for you to watch.